Hope you enjoyed the first module. The second module is going to be talking and discussing about the law of diligence. The law of diligence, which is the second pillar that I've identified in the law of success. So when I was talking about or finding out why people who are successful, what they do differently, what they do not do, and all of that, I was so excited when I was reading Letter to Jill or Letter to Jack by the sage called Mr. Leakey Order. And when he itemized those things, I was so grateful because it just helped me conceptualize and crystallize what I've been thinking about. So, the law of diligence, the etymology of the word diligence means constant and earnest effort to accomplish what is undertaken. Constant and earnest effort to accomplish what is undertaken. It also means attention, care, steady effort, and capacity to be assiduous. Yes. So, steady effort, paying attention to something, and constant and earnest effort to accomplish what is undertaken. So, let's talk about diligence. I see where the world is attempting to move and transcend or get into where we are trying to find microwave success. I have also observed that microwave success, if there's anything like that, is going to shortchange participants and anybody who attempts to get there, and is going to reduce your life, the quality of your life, to competition and comparison. Because what I've seen is that life has principles, and there's nothing called double promotion. Favor is fantastic, but I see that favor does not replace diligence. I see that favor does not replace hard work or what we're supposed to do. I see that grace does not replace diligence. I see that tithe is not the magical sword for prosperity. I see that tithe is not MMM. I see that God is not a magician. I just see that things have to happen the way they're expected to happen. We're expected to have a relationship with the flavor of God, to pray and do all of that. But I see that we have to pay our dues and we have to be diligent. So sometimes I sit down and sometimes I say to myself that it's not everybody that's working hard. So why does it look like this thing looks like shortcut? Why does it look like these guys are doing it this way now? Why do I have to do it the right way? And then if you live in Nigeria, you will see that when we're talking about character, integrity, honesty, not everybody, even diligence, not everybody. That's why you can see that millennials are looking for the shortest cut to anything they're going to get. Sometimes parents are in the same zone. Sometimes it just looks like, whoa, 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 we're just wasting time. But let me say something to you. And I have checked this out in the lives of so many people, and I will mention some of them that I know in Nigeria. Even though it will look like this is coming late, trust me, there are some things that you and I must identify with, because posterity is more important than prosperity. And that's why you will hear that a good name, there are some surnames that when you mention now, anybody who hears it in Nigeria or anywhere will curse the person. Just at the mention of your surname, you lose favor. Because the data, the emotional data that people receive when they remember that name is not empowering. So whether you like it or not, I know that all of us have a target. In fact, sometimes it just looks like what double promotion. I like the scripture that actually says that Lord increase my greatness. I believe in it, but I do not want anything or any amount of money that I would get through hurting somebody else. And what do I mean by that? So I see human beings like a friend of mine, her name is Shibomi Plumter. I remember I've known her for quite a while, like online actually. Nothing less than about 7 years, truthfully. And every time I remember that name, even till now, one thing the name stands out for me is when I am thinking of somebody who is loyal, that's what she represents. Somebody who has character, that's what she represents. Somebody who is faithful, who is diligent. That's what she represents. And I tell you, even though it may look like it took a while for the reward to show up, but I can tell you that she's seeing the rewards. And when I say reward, I mean good reward. Her brand equity is strong. It's not everybody who makes noise that even is making impact. So I'm not talking about noisemakers. I'm talking about at the mention of that name, there's a particular data that you receive. And the data is diligence. The data is somebody who is hardworking and wise. That is the same data I receive when I remember the brand and the name called Leke Order, Mr. Leke Order. You know, these are not people that you see everywhere, but these are people that you will notice that their root is very deep. They are sitting down and paying their dues. So, what do I mean by everything that I'm saying? Trust me, to be an expert in any field, some people have come up with books and have said, I think it was Malcolm Gladwell that said that to be an expert in your field, you need at least 10,000 hours. You need to practice, not that you are dancing on soup, you want to know. Practice 10,000 hours at least. That's even good. I think that's the base level, actually. But to be a god in your field, like to be the oracle, to be the voice, I found a hack, and the hack is simple. Just ensure that you are at least 1% better than everybody else in your industry every day. Learn something new. There are universities that you don't need to pay to attend. University of YouTube, University of Google. These guys are free. There are some human beings that when you follow on Twitter also, they have sense. Shubomi is one of them. Please sign up on her handle at Shubomi Plumptre, Pumptre. Yeah. And then Mr. Leke Order is there at Leke Order. I'm an emotions doctor at Innocent Usa. These are guys that I really love, that the data you receive from them, fantastic. Not that they are perfect, no. But they're sitting down, and these are guys that years and generations after, at the mention of their name, there will be a fantastic pray, like we will bless their existence. Remember Martin Luther King. If you hear I have a dream, you remember it. Remember Nelson Mandela. The question is, what would you be remembered for? Not that you are on Forbes list today, 3 years after. You are on FBI list, going to jail. I have found out that success is actually personal. So if you are here and you want to be successful, define what success is to you. Success to me is not money. Success to me is inner peace. Money is fantastic. Money answers all things. But success to me is inner peace. I've seen people who have money who don't have peace, so they are looking for how to exchange. Success to me is inner peace. Define your success. Define and create your happy. In fact, create your happiness. Like, find your happy. What makes you happy? Part of what makes me happy is singing, going to the movies, swimming, playing and hanging out with my friends. All of those things. And I must do that regularly. Find your happy. Pay attention to what you have been called to do. Pay attention to that thing. If you're a parenting expert, if you're a trainer, don't despise. If you are a sweeper, sweep like nobody else will ever do in life. Let it be sweeping equals this person. So there are some names that when you hear, so you hear Professor Owen equals family life engineering, Innocent Tusa equals NLP, emotions doctor equals emotional intelligence, Shupomi Plumptre equals strategy and social media, Leke Order, strategy and social media. You have guys, opera equals what? Serena Williams equals tennis. Who is this guy? Tiger Woods. Ronaldo and Messi equals. When they call your name, what would be the synonym? What would be there? The only thing that will be there is the attention you pay to your work, to your calling. The energy, the level of attention, the mental transmutation going on at your place of duty. And it's not every time you will love what you do. It's not every time you want to do what you do. Sometimes you will feel tired. Sometimes you'll be tired of being tired. But then your support system is key. That's why you need to identify the people in your relationship. You need to know people who are there for you, people who are against you is very key so that you are monitoring them and loving them. So diligence is key. Please never despise smart or hard work. Never despise the day of little beginnings, because what you're doing is you're just digging deeper so that when your flowers or whatever is going to sprout, When the enemy shows up like a flood, there will be the spirit that will come against it because you paid your dues. Please, please, some of us are still hacking, we're still paying our dues, and I trust you're doing the same thing. So hang on with me. Third module, I'm saying something else on the third module, and you need to get this also.